Hello everyone, I had a stupid intro planned and I totally forgot what it was. Also, I'm Tessellating Hexagons, and in the last episode we did Colossus. Also, this is Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer, or Ripto's Rage if you're American and or just generally incorrect about the title of this game. Now, in this episode we will be going to Idle Springs, and I just remembered why I consider it to be the, not first level you should go to after coming out of Glimmer. Just trust me on this, go to Colossus, get at least 500 gems, and buy the ability to swim.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for, a small fee?
To hell with your moneybags, but also take my money because I need it to progress in the game.
Great! Okay, when you jump in the water, you can use the D-pad to move around the surface, use square to dive underwater. When you are underwater, use X to paddle and square to charge.
It's one of those games where you never really use the slow aspect of the swimming, and yeah, we will come back and clean out the rest of this homeworld in a bit, but first, let's just tackle the next main level of the game, Idle Springs, originally also part of Colossus. I've done my research, apparently Colossus was originally split into just Colossus Spring and Colossus Step, and this is the other half of that. So that's the story of this area. The people look like the Colossus people because it's supposed to be the same sort of world, and, well, except they're green, and this is their deal.
Spyro, the idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
Yep, we have possessed idols that use food as weapons, only in Spyro, I swear. And because they're wood, flame them, otherwise you'll have a bad time. Well, it depends on the exact enemy. Once again, the game is teaching you to be discriminatory in how you attack enemies. But yeah, as you can tell by this opening area, this is why I said, learn to swim before you come here, otherwise you will be locked out of getting a fair bit, and even then, I could swear that there's something like an orb that we can't get in this level until we have an ability from, like, endgame times. I don't remember what it is, or if that's even true. Maybe I was just misremembering that, hey, you need to be able to swim, and hey, look, there's a secret hexagonal tunnel. Allow me to use it. Whoops, too late, I've already used it. What? So yeah, you can't even come in here, let alone do the quest attached to it, if you can't swim. But I like this puzzle. You don't even need to talk to the guy, you can just start doing the puzzle, but hey, I'll let him have his day anyway.
I've been locked in here with all our tools, and the giant idol heads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us!
Ooh, puzzles.
The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
Really? 3 stars difficulty? It's not that bad, says the person who grew up on this game. Yeah, this sort of puzzle is seldom difficult. I don't remember the most elegant solution, but you can just sort of brute force it, I think. Because, I mean, if we just boop those 2, as you can tell, it changes the colour of all of the adjacent blocks. So if you just touch the ones that weren't lit up...
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I mean, I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
So yeah, this isn't just a one-and-done deal. You need to do several things to get this orb. Also, one thing I liked as a child, these things have zappy things between them, and I thought, oh hey, maybe it would hurt me if I got zapped by the zappy things, but it doesn't hurt if... Does it know not to zap me if I'm standing between the blocks? I don't know. There we go. It doesn't hurt you. I just like that as an effect. Although, we haven't solved the puzzle. He said the solution was to turn them all yellow, but we accidentally turned them green. Send help, and or the Navy. Specifically the Navy. Why? Because you have to swim to get in there, I guess? I like these underwater bottles, because they only ever appear underwater, with one exception, but yeah. I don't know, I'll have to test when we get to the one exception, but I think you can fling them open, even though they're vases. Spyro, can you not? Now, it is possible to do some glitches in this game, and I think the next one as well, where you trick the game into thinking that you're underwater when you're not, which means you can fly around because it thinks you're swimming. The swimming controls in this game and next one, which is based on this game anyway, some of the best in video gaming history.
This idol says he's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
And this is one of the worst swimming controls, because it's not swimming controls. I just don't like reaction minigames. Just don't feed him red. you know what, actually this isn't that bad. It's just react and press the circle button accordingly. But don't feed him red, otherwise he will go bleh and spit out the fish that he's erstwhile consumed. It's not as difficult as... I say that and immediately press the button. Well, you see it. Fuck. It's the second I tried to commentate. See, it's not hard, you just have to not be a dumb shit about it like me.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle to go. I'll meet you over by the college stones for your final challenge.
Spoilers? Oh my god, we haven't even been there yet. Yeah, I hate that minigame, even though it's never given me trouble, it's just tedious, because if you hit one wrong fish, then you lose 3, which doesn't seem that significant, but that is like 1/3 of your goal. Hello there, do you need help? No? You're just gonna stand there and donk yourself on the head. Okay, we have shield guys. Obviously, charge those. Don't flame them because the... Well, you would have thought that the metal would absorb the heat and then burn their little handsies, but no. Also, they use kebabs to attack, and that's just marvelous. Yes, marvelous, fight me. Also, a sausage. He intends to poke me with his flaming sausage. I don't see any issues here. This is exactly the conundrum that is presented unto us. Oh yes, we need to defeat these idols because the doors are all locked and we need the idol... Hang on.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the square button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Yes, Zoe, I've explained this already. And I swear there were 2 lines in Colossus where her voice was just dead-ass sped up. Like, it's not even the American version, it's just those 2 lines were just arbitrarily sped up. And I noticed in post. So, what was I saying? Oh yes, to get through each area we need to clear out the idols so that the various formensers, or the workers or whatever, can get to the doors so that they can bust open the locks. Like, I'll stand here and observe so you can understand what's being meant. Like, there's a lock on that door, and then... Come on. Hurry your little booty up. I'll get up here and just sort of smash the lock open so that we can progress. That's the objective here. But, I mean, this is Spyro 2, so we should be collecting the souls of all the damned enemies that we run into, so just kill everything. If in doubt, murder everyone! Ha ha ha! I don't need therapy at all. A bit generous with the extra lives, but hey-ho. I mean, even at this point in gaming history, and I said this for Spyro 1 as well, or if I didn't say it, I certainly thought it, this is kind of long after extra lives stopped being relevant, but they kept them in games anyway because people didn't really know what else to do. Can you just stop? Thank you. I know there's a level like this in Spyro 2 for the Game Boy Advance, which is a different Spyro 2, that's Season of Flame, which, I mean, it's better than Season of Ice, but it still has its moments, and there's a level like this in there as well, except different.
To aim the camera left or right, press the L2 or R2 button.
Really, Zoe? You think I hadn't noticed that by now? Right, there's a level in that took me ages to figure out how to defeat the enemies because, I mean, they were wood, but they were immune in some way that I don't remember. Now, this next puzzle, I could swear requires an ability from a later part of the game, but I don't think it does. Unless it does? Does it?
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
See, this really nerve-wracked me as a child because I don't remember. I don't like being wrong. If I'm wrong about something that has instant haptic feedback, it feels like a jolt of electricity through my body, and it's not a pleasant sensation. So, the first one is blue and star. So... green star? Oh. I'm guessing the order is just go, like, follow something in common. Like, this, they both had a star shape, and then this switch is star-shaped. Okay, that's wrong.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order...
Yeah, I got that impression. Okay, so I'm definitely right here for... So it's square, blue, and star. Now we have star, but everything else is different. So... same shape, everything else is different? Yeah, okay. Diamond. This is a diamond-shaped switch. No, it's not.
If you...
That's what I get for not seeing it on screen. Okay, so we're slowly making it through. Okay, so... same icon, same switch shape, same color, same icon on the Switch. Yep, and then same shape. There we go, that wasn't that difficult. I would just brute force it as a child. Hey, we did the thing. You teleported us back.
Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon.
Rude.
All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
Well, why thank you, we needed an orb anyway. Rude child. Insulting our entire species and warping us away from progress. How the actual dare you? Honest to grief. See, if I had any dignity at all, I would just cut out the trip back. So, I'm being a bit crap about getting back, so I think I will just meet you there. Okay, and we're back here. And I guess part of the reason why I don't like that challenge is, as a child, I never did it all that much, because like, I would do the first part of this quest, which would be fairly easy and fun, and then I wouldn't do the second one because, I don't know, I don't like being wrong because I needed to react and didn't react goodly and do the fish thing. I don't know, we have a talisman to collect, by the way.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. For the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
Why thank you, if only jobs came that easily in the real world. Also, worth noting, look at that talisman, observe it, stick it into your memory space. And then also consider the standard next to him. It's got the Idle Springs talisman on top. Just a fun little detail there. Now we have a couple of ways that we can leave the area. So I shall go up here. I like this room. If I were Nintendo Capri-Sun, I would probably sleep in here, but I don't think that way, but I appreciate how he does. It would at least be nice to bathe in the river or something. And I'm not even the bathing in nature sort. I don't know, I vaguely remember going to some foreign country and moving through a body of water that didn't get my hair wet because physics. I don't remember. Where is the direction of going? Apparently not this way. Oh, we got a gem for our troubles though. Huh, this just spits us out here. I thought there was more platforming to that. I will meet you back at the end of the level. Okay, we're back next to the portal. Also, I love how the portal itself actually swungs into place when it enters draw distance rather than just popping in. Because in the next game, it does just pop in, but then again, it's a bigger game, so maybe they had to cut corners with the animation budgets. I don't know. But yeah, I could have sworn that there's more platforming through the upper route than just what we saw, but evidently not. And so now we have another. We have another orb side quest, but first I want to get the gems, because there's gems here. We need to reimburse our asses after being squambled by Moneybags and his desires for obtaining fundulation. Fundulation! I don't know why you people listen to me, or why I listen to me for that matter. Who even am I? Ah, Tessellating Hexagons. There we go. I'm glad we solved that one. We wrapped that one up. And oh, there's more. Why is there so much more? You're taking me away from the orbs. Well, screw you. I'm going to do the orb thing then. So, we have things and girls. So, there you go. It's not a male-dominated environment here. But, we can't do anything about the pedestals they're on, but they are on some sort of path. And oh, look, a power-up gate. What could that possibly mean? Well, I shall let this one explain.
It's fabulous to see you, Spyro. Now that the supercharged power-up is active, you can charge through the pedestals and send the dancing hula girls over here to help me.
Yep, that is a supercharged power-up. Very different from how it looked in the previous game. Instead of ramps, we just have gates that speed you up. And your ability to do controls go right out the window. Because, the idols that you smash out from underneath them just replenish over time somehow. I don't know. I think it's just when you smash one of the pedestals, the girls jump into the middle to try and attack that thing that's holding the first girl hostage, and he's using a carrot as a weapon. Oh, no, it's a parasol, never mind. And if they're not all there, then they get flung back onto pedestals, and I am so bad at this! Oh, I did it. I thought I missed one on that lap. Paplui.
Look at that. The hula girl's rain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
And in a single text box, That's the first time I, as a child, heard the phrases Roman candle and go places. Yes, seriously. Also, when you're going through those supercharge gates, you actually have to be holding down the charge button, otherwise you'll just sort of walk through it, do this awkward burst forwards, and then stop again. Spyro needs to be told, hey, idiot, you're supposed to supercharge. Also, there are only 2 orbs in this level, as you will have just noticed because it's said on screen. Why did I need the feel to commentate that? I don't know. It's just one of those days. What is that down there? Well, actually, what is that? There's something jiggling down there. Maybe it's one of those health replenishing fodder-ass things. I know. Did I mention that health in this game is butterflies, just like it was in the previous one, and the animals that contain them, or whatever, are called fodder? So, gems! There's just an unending supply of gems in this level. Well, that's just offensive. 666. It means absolutely nothing to me as a number. Apart from, I don't know, it's aesthetically pleasing because it looks like shapes. Anyway, twee. Almost as cartoony as in the first game, but maybe not quite. And I would say, oh, how considerate. It launches the gems so that they never land on this platform itself, but nope, they do. The gems do land on that platform, that is to say. I missed an entire vase. I thought maybe you wouldn't have to parkour onto that platform from up there, but yes you do. Anyway, I shall meet you over by the portal for the end of level skit. And I can confirm the jiggly thing I saw before was just one of those health fodder things, so no need to worry about all that. Oh, everything worked out after all. Now, looking at the time, I should probably end the episode, but before I do, we could at least get a little bit of closure on the first half of Summer Forest. And yes, I said first half. There is more homeworld to discover. Which, as ever, any sentence containing the phrase homeworld will now never not remind me of Steven Universe, which is nobody's fault but my own, and also the people who made Steven Universe, because if they hadn't created it, then it wouldn't remind me of a thing that would otherwise not exist, which makes sense as a sentence if you deconstruct it far enough. Anyway, we can finally get these gems. I wouldn't want to leave you hanging on the matter of these gems any longer than is necessary. Woof. So, there's those, and then there's also a tunnel. Because you may have noticed that there's a shelf overlooking the portal to Colossus. And as a child, it sort of bothered me, like, oh, how are you meant to get up there? Because, like, I never thought to... I think I never thought to buy swimming from Moneybags, or I think I did some playing of this game at a friend's house, and he had a pirated copy of the game, which meant that the game would crash if you tried to go into Colossus or Idle Springs, so you wouldn't be able to get enough gems to buy swimming, so I never got to come up here and see that's how you get the orb. And I love the aesthetic of just picking an orb up, like, just on the ground, because that never happens. It's always, like, given to you by someone. Anyway, I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode we will go underwater in Summer Forest and see what lies inside the castle. See you then.